This dude asks me to be friends just before I left for England. His name is Frank Pierce. Frank, no two ways about it, is a baldy, racist Dublin taxi driver. I mean, I know this because it's in his profile. He lists it. He lists it as, he says, his favorite quote from history is, if you can't pronounce his name, don't trust him. You're like, what? He listed his favorite movie as Steven Seagal. Not even a fucking movie. I'm like, that's 2 strikes. And the third one was, he listed his hobbies as anti-immigration policy. How is that a hobby? What's he doing when everyone else is playing five-a-side, penning legislation he hopes to see in law one day? Now, we all know how small Ireland is, and that was literally all I was saying about Frank Pierce on stage before I left for England. Frank hears about it and gets me this message in my message request. How are you, Jarlath? Spells my name wrong despite it being spelled correctly directly above. I heard you've been using myself as fodder for your gags on stage. I'm a man who enjoys a good laugh. But to be honest, I've been away for a bit, and to come back to that news, I have to say, I find it a bit bad. So far, so good, right? I was at one point a fan of your gags and stand-up and all, but now I feel effeminated. Not a word I thought he'd have locked and loaded. Effeminated by what you've done. By picking on the working man, he makes it a class issue straight away. By picking on the working man like me, you're proving yourself to be an elitist, ignorizing snob. I will not be going to see any more of your shows, and I will tell anyone I can to do likewise. I hope you cease using me as a punchline, and if you, I'll be giving you a punchline. Not cool, brother. So there is a slight thread of violence in there. Nonetheless, I laughed for a good 10 minutes, right? And brought Tina in, brought the wife in, and I said, get a load of this. She didn't find it as funny. She was like, Jar, you've got your tour dates up on your website there. He knows where you're going to be. My advice to you, Jarlath, is to delete this, block him, report him to Mark Zuckerberg, and move on with your life. And I was like, Tina, no. I'm sorry. Nobody gets to write an email like that and not get a reply, right? So I thought long and hard. She's like, one reply, that's it. I was like, okay, I'll think long and hard. I'll word it carefully, and this is what I'll say back. Hi, Frank. Sorry, what? As I knew that would bug him, right? As he'd gone to such effort. In the same way as if you go on a diatribe to someone and they go, I didn't catch that. What did you say? I knew that would wind him up, but I went to block him. Literally moved the cursor up to block, and this came straight back. Jarlath, spells my name wrong again. What do you mean, what? You read what I said, and I meant every word of it. Frank. I call Tina in again, and I go, she's like, Jerry, he's getting angrier. Come on, please, just block him and delete this and move on, right? You can actually report him now. It's like, I'll send him one more. She's like, you're on your own. Go ahead. So this is what I meant every word of it. How's it going, Frank? Even the bit about being effeminated. Tina's like, you're taking the piss now. You deserve what you get. You deserve what you get. I was like, I'll block him now. But this came straight back. You're starting to boil me piss, Jarlath. Don't be making jokes at my expense. End the story. I can have you killed. That's the moment where your stomach goes tight and your wife goes, I fucking told you. I was like, okay, all right. I'll block him and I'll report him to Mark Zuckerberg. Okay, what do you fill out a form or whatever? She's like, I don't know what you do. I was like, I think I should send him one more. took my time, and this is what I went back with. Good to hear from you, Frank. Keep it light off the top, right? As long as you continue to list your hobbies as anti-immigration policy, I and other people will continue to laugh at it. Sorry about your piss. P.S. Steven Seagal is not a movie. He's a movie star. And given that you can't spell my name, by your own logic, you probably never should have trusted me in the first place. And I thought, what a great way. But wait. We're like, surely that's it. Frank comes back with one more. Fair enough. Best of luck in England, Jar. Thanks so much, everybody. Thank you very much.